What a privilege it is for me to have as my guest here on the Red Couch today, none other than our national track star, Sada Williams. Welcome to the Red Couch, Sada, and I'm happy and delighted and overjoyed and all of that in your busy schedule in this narrow window here in Barbados, you found time to come to Capital Media and to the Red Couch.
Thank you for having me.
And by the way, while you are overseas and training, always remember there's that app, you know, Capital Media HD. You can always listen to anytime you feel a little homesick. You want to be connected to home, you make sure you know where you can be connected.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a privilege to have you here. And I was honored to be at the Sagicor event recently where they honored you and of course pledged to be one of your partners for the next 3 years. So well done to Sagicor. That's the kind of corporate responsibility and corporate action that we certainly applaud here at Capital Media. And I want to start by, well, let me start with a fun part, because your name, S-A-D-A, now that creates some problems sometimes, right?
Yeah.
People call you Sada, what's some of the other variations? Sada.
Those are your two
Sada
main
and
ones.
Sada. Yeah, okay. So, well, of course, growing up in Trinidad, we had Sada Roti. So there's a former roti called Sada Roti. But of course it's Sada, that's the pronunciation, right? Where you grew up, how you grew up, what was life like, what is family life like, siblings, that sort of stuff. So that's the first thing I want to deal with. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I was born in St. Philip, but I think I grew up from about 3 and up in St. Michael. I have 3 brothers, 5, 18, and one that just turned 28, and I have a sister as well. I'm mostly close with my brothers than anything else. Growing up, we moved around a lot, so I
A country girl by heart, you would say?
country.
You're born in St. Philip.
Yeah.
So I could hear Swingle and RPB and all of them laying claim and saying, see what I tell you, Vic, another Philippine. You know?
But I think I spent most of my time in St. Michael's, than anything
so
else.
you're more of a city girl.
Yeah.
What drew you to track as a sport?
Well, I started running when I was at Large Primary School. I got so many trophies there, big trips to dorm, and then I also did hockey. I did hockey, and then I went to CP, and I started doing track there as well. But I wasn't as disciplined as I probably should have been, and I only started to take it a little bit seriously when I got into 3rd form. Well, I was never really good at anything above a 400. Like,
below? I wasn't thinking.
Below? Well, 100. Well, my fastest time in 100 is 11.6, and I can't remember what age I was, so I don't think it was so bad at that age. But I don't believe that I'm a short sprinter. I think I do my best in a 4 and a 2.
Which of the 4 and the 2, which is the pet event for you?
400.
400. Why is that?
I think I'm just better at the 400 than I am in the 2. The 2 is so fast, like just go, and then the 400, like at least you got some time to like pick up or slow down or something. The 200, I feel like there's no chance to mess up.
So the 4 would be your pet event.
Yes.
Yeah. And is there a lot more strategy in the longer distance like the 4 than there would say? Well, of course, in 100. There's no time for no strategy. Out the blocks and
you just go.
You just go like a rocket, right? Like the pocket rocket. Yeah. And I suppose it too is not dissimilar to some extent. Is there a bit more strategy in terms of the 400?
I believe so. Like I always break up my 400 in parts. So I will either focus on the first 100, the first 200, the first 250, the first 300. So it always changes depending on how well I run each race. So I'll always look over my races and see where I can improve or where I can fix it.
Tell me about the life now of a professional athlete. So you went pro, and you chose to remain in the region. At what stage did you connect with your current coach and move to Jamaica?
It was. I know. I met him a year. I can't remember which year it was, but it was 2018 that I decided, or my team in Barbados decided to leave and go to Jamaica. Mm-hmm.
So the coaching that you have in Jamaica, the team that you're working with, my understanding is that these are the same. This is the same outfit. You train with some of the big names in the world. Mm-hmm. What are some of the people you train with?
Well, I train with Sharika Jackson.
Oh, one of my heroes. Yeah.
Sharika Jackson. I will. So Sharika Jackson, Jenny Russell, there's Stephanie McPherson, Natasha Morrison, there's Ronald Levy, or are you just mainly women?
Well, it doesn't matter. No. Go ahead.
All right. So those are some of them. And as you know, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price was there, and also Elaine Thompson, Nesta Carter, and Asafa Powell. They were there, but they aren't now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where does the mental part now come in, the mental training?
So we actually started doing these, I can't remember from which year, but this will probably be the third year we started doing these mental training sessions on Fridays after training, and I think it's helped a whole lot. Well, I can only speak for me, but I think it's helped a whole lot.
So is there an ideal weight that you should be at when you
compete?
When you're ready for
my coach had mentioned one time he would like me to be 130, but I've been to 130 like one time, and I can't get back there for some reason, but I've realized my competition weight is about 124 or so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're allowed, you basically eat whatever.
Yep. Yeah. I probably shouldn't say that because, I'm supposed to be like healthy eating and stuff like that. So
you're a very healthy looking person, and I'm sure you're very healthy because you couldn't be running if you weren't a super healthy individual. So we're very proud of you and what you have achieved thus far. Mm-hmm. And were you surprised at the Barbados government's generosity in providing funding for you?
Yeah, everything was a surprise because they didn't want to tell me what they were planning, so I had like no idea what to prepare myself for. Yeah. So everything was a huge surprise.
Yeah. And then of course you had the Sagicor coming on board. I wanted to peek inside that backpack that she got, because then I'm sure the backpack had a lot of stuff in it that would be very interesting too as well. But it's and your family, they must be super proud of you.
I hope so.
They better be. They better be. You're their star. You're the country's star, and now you're preparing for the Olympics. Do you feel any pressure in terms of your preparation for Olympics?
No, not right now.
Yeah. Not right now, she says.
I try not to focus on that aspect because I just want to go there and do well, do my best, and make my country proud. So I try not to let it get to me.
And you've already done that. So whenever you get to Paris, we know that you will do your best, and you would know that you have the support of Barbados and of the region too as well. So you shouldn't feel that pressure is sometimes too much pressure is never a good thing. And then ultimately the Olympics in Paris next year. Yeah. Excited about it?
I don't know. Like I'm not feeling it right now because it's still a couple months away. Yeah. So I'm not feeling it right now.
You got other things along the way.
Yeah.
And of course, staying fit. You did have an injury a few years ago, and that set you back a bit. So obviously, maintaining your fitness would be a critical component.
Definitely.
This first interview. And I hope it's not the last time I get to interview you.
Of course not. I really enjoyed this. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. That's our track star, our national, most amazing track star, Sada Williams. We certainly wish her well in her training and preparation in Kingston, Jamaica. And of course, we shall all be behind her, no matter what she does next year. We know you're going to give of your best. And that's all that a nation can ask of you, is that you do your best.